Yeah, well, 1 minute late, it's all right.
You're right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Bourbon Bar. I'm Holden.
Hi, I'm Casey.
That's Casey. He forgot that he was supposed to talk. He's like...
Yeah, I haven't been on here in a while.
Yeah, what the hell? Not only has he not
meals?
been here, he also hasn't even been in the chat. Let's all roast him for it.
Yeah, roast me in the comments. Also, we switched from the bourbon bar to the beer bar.
Yeah, what the hell's up with that, huh?
What?
2 beer review things in the last 3 weeks. I'd say that's a recipe for disaster.
Should we just call it like the everything bar?
We're just the bar now.
Just the bar. Straight up.
Just the bar. But hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a beer review / flight consisting of a hazy IPA that I just brewed with my father for Father's Day. So before we get into it, say hi to the people. Sugar Kitty's here. Says meow.
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 Meow to you, Sugar Kitty.
Meow.
Good to see you. Sorry, I'm not in the comments.
Peter White. Peter is here.
Peter's also here.
Welcome to it, Peter. Cheers. Thanks for being here as always, Mr. DJ D-Rec. Derek Whiting is here.
Hell yeah.
And Dan Bino is in the house.
Bino is in the house.
Says cheers, Bino in the house.
Cheers, Bino.
Bino before, and there be no gas.
Oh.
Yes. OMG, who is that ridiculously tall beer guzzler? They ain't talking about me, even though I'm taller than you right now.
You're kind of taller than I am.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, but what we got going on here is a little hazy IPA. So for Father's Day, I decided to do some beer brewing with the fathers in my life, and for my biological father, we decided on a hazy IPA. So what we did is we brewed a couple weeks ago, and we put it in fermentation, and we did the dry hopping, we did all this stuff, and we made this hazy IPA, and I just finished conditioning about this past weekend, and it's very nice, if I do say so myself. So Casey and I are going to review it quick, and then after that, we're gonna we bought 3 other hazy IPAs from some other breweries that Lauren is going to pour blind against ours. We're going to dump this out, rinse it out. She's going to pour them all in different glasses, and then we're going to compare them side by side, blind. So, and I did a similar thing with my dad yesterday, and it was a lot of fun. So I have a leg up, but we are going to be drinking different IPAs today than we did yesterday, like me and my dad did. So, and Casey has never tried this before, unless you just tried it.
I took a little sip.
Took a little sip, but let's get on the nose to start off here.
There's a lot of citrus going on. Like, it smells really good.
I got a lot of pineapple. Lots of pineapple.
Yeah.
Pineapple, some citrus notes, a lot of stone fruits. A decent malty aspect as well.
Pineapple, some orange, like zest.
Yep. Now
almost a little bit of lime, too.
Uh-huh. Okay.
If you have not named this, you should call this the Patio Pounder IPA.
The patio. I called it the Father's Day IPA.
Yeah.
The Father's Day hazy IPA.
I'm a huge fan of hazy IPAs.
I shouldn't say I love hazies. Hazy is the only IPA I'll drink because I'm not a huge IPA guy. But a good hazy.
It's like just citrus goodness.
Yeah, it's like that nice fruity nose, that really hoppy fruity nose.
And there's a little bit of hop in the palate, but not a heck of a lot, which is fine.
Yeah, it's very mild.
I'm not an IPA drinker that craves the hop, when the hop's punching you in your teeth when you're drinking beer. It's like,
One thing I really like about this is the texture. It's not overcarbonated. It is perfectly. We got the salts right, so it's nice and thick and full bodied. But it's also smooth and velvety over your tongue.
Yeah, it is really good.
Yeah,
quite impressed.
I really like that a lot.
Did you think you would hit this on the head that hard?
IPAs, for those of you who don't know about brewing, IPAs are I think they are just the hardest beer to brew. Hazy IPAs in particular because of all the hops and without the bitterness. So hops, especially IPAs, are really susceptible to getting a lot of shit happen with them, whether it's oxidization, you get oxygen in the beer and it really dulls down everything, or you get something called hop creep or hop burn, which is like this bitter thing that comes in. Marta, if you want to come in here, just open the door. He's got his little nose right in the crack. It's not quite wide enough for him to walk in.
Smell the beer.
He's just a goober. But yeah, hop creep, hop burn. It's like this really bitter thing that comes through in the hops, but it usually goes away after a while of conditioning in a keg. But there's none of that here. It's just very nice, easy to drink, crushable, definitely fruity and hoppy, but still really good. I don't know. I feel like we did a really good job, and I didn't like IPAs, and my dad drinks a lot of IPAs, and he really liked it. But Casey also drinks a lot of IPAs, and in terms of IPA drinkers in my life, there's very few, so I wanted to get his opinion as well. So compared to other IPAs, what are you thinking?
What's the alcohol ABV?
6.4.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would have never guessed.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, this goes down like a fat kid on a seesaw.
It goes down more than that. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I would say, wow. Okay. Yeah, that would do some serious damage on a Sunday for a Packer game.
Oh, I know.
My God.
I know. I'm excited. Honestly, it's probably going to be gone by then.
I need like a full barrel of this. Not a little barrel.
So you like it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would easily drink this.
Yeah, me
this
too.
Is so good.
I was actually, I can't say I was surprised because like I know the rules, fundamentals, and we did everything right. We didn't have really any errors during the brew day. Everything went smoothly. But you just never know when you're brewing a new beer and the recipe and stuff. And this is a recipe that I've followed guidelines or similarly to a guy online, but I switched things like the hop varieties and what kind of hops and a little bit of how much hops and a little bit of the grain bill. So it's actually like more like an altered kind of what I do with all my recipes. So it's not really like I'm following a recipe as much as I'm following the concept of a recipe. So yeah, I don't know. I think it turned out
really well. And like the head of it, I guess,
yeah,
the foam isn't like, I don't know, some of the beers that you've brewed like it like overpowers a little bit and then you gotta like let it sit, like this is like perfect, like how
those other ones are usually because they're overcarbonated and I don't have individual regulators for each line, which I'm going to be buying.
Right.
I will buy. But I actually learned that I just gotta turn off once it's fully carbonated to my liking. If I'll take like this one is usually served around 10 to 12 psi, right. So I'll take anyone that's not supposed to be at 10 to 12, and I'll actually turn it off once it's carbonated, and then I have this one sitting there at 10 psi, and it's just the right amount.
Yeah, it's perfect, like an IPA should be.
Give it a couple little rinse there. I'm gonna put mine in the front now.
Easy, party foul.
Put mine in the front now. So that way, when Lauren pours these blind, she can grab random ones, and then she can pour whatever one in this. Maybe she will pour the same one in this one. Maybe she'll pour a different one, but that's completely up to her, and Casey and I won't know about it. So we're going to step out of the room. We're probably going to go, I don't know, in the bathroom together.
There you go.
And Lauren's going to come in here, take one of these glasses downstairs and fill it, and then she's going to fill the other 3 cups with the other 3 beers, which I will bring in here and discuss with you right now before she pours them.
Yes. I think one of them is, 2 of them are local. One of them's local. One of them's Chicago, Goose Island. And then the other one, I don't know what the other one is.
The other one is, actually I don't know where this one's from. Michigan?
Oh, War Pigs? Yeah. I don't know. Where's War Pigs? Munster, Indiana.
Yeah, so what we're going to be doing is a Father's Day IPA from Chateau Bow Wow Brewing at about 6.4%. And we're going to be comparing that to the Hazy IPA from Badger State Brewing called Caddyland.
It was called Caddyshack.
It used to be called Caddyshack, and it was copyrighted, and they had to change it. This one's only 4.4%. And then we have the War Pigs Little Geezer Hazy IPA. These are the people that make Zombie Dust, right? I think so.
Maybe.
I think they are.
Yeah, let me look that up.
Which is from Munster, Indiana, and comes in at 5% alcohol. And then we have the Goose Island Hazy Beer Hug, which is a hazy IPA at 6.8% alcohol by volume. And that comes from Goose Island, Chicago. So.
No, I think it's Zombie Dust made by somebody else.
Really?
Yeah.
Look up Zombie Dust. It was right next to the Zombie Dust, and it has such similar label art that I just assumed.
Three Floyds brand.
Son of a bitch. Well, oh well.
That's still
this
good.
Is still, yeah, it's still good.
I drink like that all the time more than this. So.
Pass me that notebook. I'm gonna put a pen in here.
Like,
I guess I want a pencil.
Probably hiding somewhere.
Yeah. Yep. All right, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 as always.
Per usual.
1, 2, 3, 4 from.
What
1, 2, 4. All right, now Casey and I are gonna step out of the room. Hey, Bubba. We need you. She'd be writing. Bazinga. Been a long time, that's for sure. Father days. Haha, I get it. All right, so what you need to do, Casey and I are going to step in the bathroom.
Why are you going in the bathroom?
Because you need to take one of these cups to the basement without us knowing which cup you're taking.
You can't just look the other way in the living room?
I guess, but then we wouldn't have any alone time together. Anyway, you just need to take one of these 4 into the basement, fill it with the farthest right tap. You can smell it to make sure it's an IPA, or taste it if you want. Not that you like IPAs, but you might like this one. So.
Okay.
The other one, then put it back where you found it. So don't switch the order of cups because I have them matched in cup shape all the way down. And then when you come back, pour these 3 throughout the rest, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's a lot of direction.
Same as always. You know
Do you
how to
want
do
it
it.
the same on each side?
Yes, the same on each side, please. So if you take this cup from us, or this cup, just make sure you take the same one to the basement and fill it with the same stuff. Oh, my dad got Lynn Mara's a new driver right now.
You got a new driver?
I don't got a new driver. My dad lives in Bar. His driver.
What is it?
I live in TI. But it's a stiff flex, and I usually hit the extra stiff, so we'll see how that goes. Push.
I haven't been walking.
Yeah, we get it.
I don't even know if I can this part.
We can.
It'll be raining.
Supposed to rain every day this week. I guess I don't really know more tonight, but I don't trust it until it's the day before. It's not a shoot anyway. I just always look at the overall forecast. It's supposed to rain on that day. If it doesn't rain Friday, I see it.
Okay. It's 2.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be
This one?
Oh,
That one? Mm-hmm. So, this sign. And warping. Okay. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. And
I just covered the thing with the cup.
Okay. Ready, Stace? Look at all this beer. She said she just covered it with the cup, but I'm gonna still flip the page.
She did the what and the who? She did what in his cup?
She pooped poo in the magoo.
Pissed in his cup?
You did what in this cup?
Pissed in cup?
Alrighty, it smells like IPAs in here.
Golly, I can smell the hops from here.
Oh, good. So,
Oh,
she poured all the beer.
oh.
Hell yeah.
That's a little fat and sassy glass right there.
Well,
Oh,
fat
okay.
and sassy.
That little guy. I like
Okay.
that. Anyway.
So, let's start with some looks here. Glass 3 is hazy as fuck
Yeah. it's
and
really
dark.
What is this, a Pilsner?
And glass 2 is so fucking clear.
Is that a Pilsner?
Like, you can damn near see
Through it.
through it.
Pert near.
Pert near.
Anyway.
It says we have one bar. Hey, Bubba, are you on the internet? You're not streaming the TV on the internet?
That's crazy.
Our internet has sucked today. Am I locked up? I can't tell if it's because I just turned my phone's internet off. Hey, Bubba, can you pause it?
Unbelievable.
I think I'm thinking I'm locked up here. Oh wait, hold on.
Whoa,
Coming back.
Well, you're using the bandwidth now today.
It says it. Well, I put it on my slider now.
I know.
All right. Okay.
Good now?
I think we're good.
Alright.
All right. So
Yeah. Just first glance. Yeah, really, really dark here in the tall pint glass. Clear. Really clear.
yeah,
And
let's.
then these two, the color of this one is like really, really yellow. Like this is like
highlighter.
like it looks like a summer shandy almost, doesn't it?
Yeah. But all very hazy. In fact, I'd say glass 1 and 3 are the haziest. This one's still hazy, but I can see through it a bit. Glass 2 is like they didn't even try to make it hazy. It's like they put jelly.
Like, what the hell is that?
What the hell is even that? If Lauren gave you a hazy beer hug, you might not survive. Hashtag Chateau Bow Wow. Hashtag The Lauren Show. That's facts. That's facts. David Basie's here says, cheers, everyone. Hey, man, welcome to it.
Is that a Corvette, David?
That is a...
That's a Corvette.
Is it a Corvette?
I think so.
It looks like a...
I think it's a Corvette.
Oh, yeah, no, I see. It's one of those ones with the painted inside. The light is like flush with the thing.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure. It looks like Corvette, though.
I think.
It's an orange Corvette, right?
Yeah.
Or is it red?
It's red.
No, it's orange. It's one of the burnt orange ones, isn't it?
No, it's red, I think.
All right. Anyway.
Lauren should lock those two out and take over the show with the puppy. That's true.
You know
She
what?
should do that.
It might
but
be a good show.
why am I...
Myrtle would drink all the
Dude.
beer.
Why do I have one bar? Are you back on the TV? Can you shut it off? Can you watch it on your phone with your cellular? We got one bar here. We're lagging all over the place. Are you on the internet? What the? Honestly, when I got home today, the internet was shite. I mean, you're probably not using anything.
No,
on it,
I'm not.
but,
You didn't get much back there.
Sugar says, and your job here is done. Hashtag they're screwed. Hashtag you're probably right.
What beer, hazy, shanty, or not?
Wheat beer, hazy, shandy, or not.
Ooh. No, okay. Did she flip flop one of the beers to
Flush
be
with
something
something.
we don't know?
I know, right? Is that a technical term?
Huh?
Yeah. Must be a technical term. Okay. Let's get into this. Let's start on glass A. Get a little bit on the nose.
Smells like an IPA.
Smells like it could, in fact, be an IPA. It's got
Pineapple.
Yeah, tropical fruits. Pineapple's a little bit stone fruity.
Like a white grape almost.
Okay, I can see a white grape.
She's got that like bite.
I feel like the palate falls a little bit short on this. The nose was leading up with some great things. I feel like the palate's got a little bit of like a little. That's just lacking a little bit compared to the.
It seems light. Was it not?
Yeah, and it also seems a lot more carbonated.
True, it's fizzy,
but not like it's not like chewy. You know, it's not like thick and viscous.
Right. It is thin, which
thinner.
Hey, it is beer.
Yeah,
but you know, some people like their beer
thick. I like my beer thick.
Thick
with 3 C's.
Anyway, so
all right.
I don't mind it.
It's not bad. No, I really like the nose. I like IPAs. And I said this before. Like the categories of IPAs: tropical stone fruit, citrus and berries, like raspberries, and then citrus, like zest. Mm-hmm. And then there's the woody, herbal notes, the woody, tobacco-y notes of the hop varieties that you use in IPAs.
Yeah.
And I prefer mine toward that tropical fruit, stone fruit area, and that's where this is living kind of in the tropical fruit section. But it's nice.
This like really like once you finish like swallowing, drinking. I mean swallowing. That sounds weird. It like really leaves that like IPA flavor in your mouth. Like,
yeah.
Like that hop aspect to it.
Yeah.
Which some days I like, some days I don't. Today's not a day that I do though.
That could sway things. Okay, glass B, glass 2. Bless you, first of all. Your butt sneezed. This doesn't really smell like much, if I'm being honest. Do you get a whole lot in the nose here?
It's an IPA. I was just making sure that it was an IPA. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the hop variety in this one is definitely, I think, leaning more toward the woody, the woody side of things. Do you get anything on the nose? Do you get like?
No, that's why I like skipped it because you said it for me.
I feel like the nose is almost like, I mean, it's giving me the malt characteristics of like a beer, almost like you would get it in a pilsner, like a hoppier pilsner. But like, in terms of hop aroma, it really is not a whole lot in the fruity aspect of things.
I'll give you a visual of what this smells like. He had a bucket of hops with just a big ass bucket with one hop in the bottom, and you go to smell the top of it. That's what this smells like. It smells like you're really far away.
It smells like you drove past a factory that makes hops, but you're actually in Wisconsin and the factory is in Minneapolis. Like
there's like you get like a little hint of something in there, but there ain't a lot.
No, it's not a bad beer. It leaves a little bit to be desired, to say the least.
It's not my favorite, though.
It's not my favorite.
The one is definitely winning right now.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and then you go back to one and it's just like...
This tastes like how grass smells, like kind of...
You know when you get
like freshly mowed, but like...
You know when you get like a Pilsner and it's got like a little bit of hoppiness to it, but it's a Pilsner, right? That's kind of what this reminds me of. Like a Pilsner with a little hint of hop.
Yeah. Just not, I don't know, not a huge fan.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan. That's alright.
We'll see how it compares going back through the other way though, because...
Could change.
Gotta give these a fair shake. Yeah. Alright, glass 3.
This one looks promising. This looks fantastic.
Yeah, the cup differences probably don't help, but I'm going to try to get this up all on the sides.
Dude. This This smells like apricots.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It kind of looks like apricots too. It
smells like
apricots and peaches.
It smells like peaches, like peach marmalade.
Yeah.
Oh,
sweet and fruity and hoppy and nice.
dude.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Oh, interesting. You know, on the palate, I actually get a little bit of that woody hop.
Yep.
Do you get the wood?
A little bit.
A little bit more on the woody, spicy side, but still has that stone fruitiness in it.
This.
I do like the richness of it, and it is leaving a little bit more of like a bitter ending as well, like a little bit of that hoppy finish. But not like more than these two.
But it's not like overpowering. I don't think.
Yeah, I think what helps it is that it's richer and thicker, so the extra bitterness is totally played down with the amount of flavor notes.
This beer is by far thicker than these two.
Yeah,
by a lot.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's nice and round and chewy and like, yeah. I like that.
That's fantastic.
Mason Grishaber is here. It says, good to see the boys buzzing again. Hey, Mason, welcome to it. Glad to see you here again.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, we're just working our way through these IPAs right now. So far,
we aren't buzzing yet.
Not buzzing yet, but we'll get there. We got a couple nice heavier hazies in front of us. So.
I get the term that he's going with here. Sorry. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to drink. My bad.
That's okay. So.
This smells.
This one has some tropical fruits, but there's also like a citrusy, orange peely note in here that's I like.
This smells like if you were to cut open a pineapple and just smell.
Yeah, I think this one actually is probably the most hop forward in terms of on the nose. Not like most flavorful aroma, not like the most vibrant aroma. I mean, this one actually smells the most like hops. Like when you open a bag of hops and you smell hops, this one has the most like hop characteristics. Where this one has a lot of character on the nose.
On the nose, this one has the most hops.
Yeah.
I agree.
But now drink.
Yeah, it smells good. Cheers.
Oh, it's very light on. I mean, not very light, but it's lighter on the palate than I would have guessed on the nose. But it's sweet though. It's got like this sweetness in it.
Still pretty fucking good.
It is really good.
This one also. You get a little bit of that hop note, which is perfect.
Yeah.
It like doesn't die off too fast either. I don't think. Like you get quite a bit of fruit flavor still. On the palate,
I think actually on the palate I get more on the citrusy raspberry berries kind of.
This like kind of translates from the nose to palate. Like these other ones, like this one for sure. The pint glass would be holding.
Yeah.
Pint glass. It definitely has a little bit of fruit, but not as much. Like you said, this one's sweet, right?
Yeah, this one's diving more into the citrus and berries side of things for me. It definitely on the nose has that pineapple and tropical fruit, but I think on the palate it kind of moves more toward raspberries and like maybe a lemon, like a nice bright citrusy aspect. But
I would drink the shit out of that on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh wow. It's almost like a shanty, but it's like an IPA. But it's an IPA.
So far, I think these two are taking the lead. This one's in last place.
Oh yeah.
And this one is in third. But that is just early. We're gonna go back through. We're gonna take a drink of water and go back through this way.
We're gonna pause.
Then we're gonna A/B, and we're also gonna rank. I have like.
Should we tease them what we're gonna drink later?
Yeah. What is in my throat? Holy frights!
We don't have to tease them what we're gonna drink later. If you guys just stick around, you'll see.
We can tease them.
Oh.
Give our palates a break. In case you've got a new whiskey. Now we're gonna be reviewing here on the channel. So
comes in this little bag.
Comes in a little bag. Has a horse top. Just kidding. It doesn't have a horse top. That's not the bag it comes in. Wait, they still don't come in a bag. Sometimes they have a bag.
Sometimes they do.
Yeah. Crown apple. Oh no, it's Fitz. Oh shits. Oh fits.
I found one with a bag.
Yeah,
So that's cool.
that's pretty cool.
So
Slide its little
yeah, you do
bottle lingerie down like
Jesus.
all sexy, like ooh rah rah.
I get this is supposed to be like a Heaven Hill 7-year bib release, but it's new and we're gonna try.
Take off its sexy little bottle lingerie. Yeah, so
You gotta say it again.
it was funny, yeah. So that's where we're gonna be going after this
Yeah.
blind of beer gets done. So you guys stick around for that because I'm dying to know what it tastes like. I think Casey had one nip out of
I had a
it.
little sip out of it. But I think this is like a really cool looking bottle. I mean, if this is actually like truly gonna be an everyday shelfer, like this looks like special. Like you
Yes.
like you could give this to
And how much
somebody and
did
be like
Paid like $80 for this?
60.
60?
Yeah. I think most places are selling it for like
Cover your
50,
face.
50, 60. And then like Costco will have it like below 50 a little bit. I've seen on a couple posts. And the cork is freaking sick too.
Yeah, that's a nice cork.
Like that's I mean, you guys can kind of get the idea here. Yeah, I'm not gonna cover my face.
Cover it with the bottom. Oh, we're good. Yeah, it's very like diamondy, you know?
Yeah, I'm not very good at showing you guys things, sorry.
That's okay, that's why I normally do it. I always stand up so my face is covered and
Yeah.
I just have you cover your face.
Yeah, I mean, they did a really good job, and they got your key to hospitality isn't like embossed on the bottom of this bottle, so like
Oh, wow.
that's like, I think that's
Fancy. Goddamn marketing team
I mean,
got us
for
again.
$60 though. At least this isn't.
Oh,
like
yeah, I know.
100.
At least it's
They
not.
could have easily bumped this to like 100.
I know, with marketing
and been
like that, oh wait,
here you
that's
go.
not the right one.
And then everybody would have still bought it.
That's true. I bought an art bag for $130
True.
because of marketing, but anyway. So,
Yeah, we'll be ripping that later
yep,
after we drink some more beer.
yep,
But let's get through some of these comments. Here.
yep. So, Sugar said Southern Germany hops are very dry. I believe that, like the Hallertau Mittelfleur. That's the kind of hop I use to age. That's the kind of hop I use in the Oktoberfest, which I am so fucking excited to make again.
Poppin' Lippenfleur?
Hallertau Mittelfleur.
Hallertau Mittelfleur. I could easily, like, if I was like good at like German, I bet I'd be pretty good at it because I have the freaking voice for it. I think.
Hallertau Mittelfleur. Nein, nicht Nick.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
It didn't mean anything. I just kind of mumbled my words. I actually do know a lot of German. Like I've learned a lot on Duolingo, but every time someone asks me to speak German, my brain cannot form a coherent sentence. Like if I knew what I was trying to ask someone, I could probably ask them it.
It's like the meme where you're like solving like calculus on there and you're just like staring off.
Yeah, numbers are floating around. Yeah. All right. Let's get back through the other way after I read a couple more of these comments. Kind of forgot about. If it's an IPA without a ton of hops, it's totally missed the boat. Not an IPA. That you and I agree upon. It doesn't need to be bitter in the flavor. It doesn't need to be bitter hops, but it needs to have hop characteristics. Otherwise, what's the point of making an IPA? You feel?
Do we even call it an IPA though? If it has shitty hops, could we just call it a shitty PA? Sorry. I was thinking that way too long. I was thinking about that for way too long.
I was like, what does that even mean?
Everybody on that show just lost an IQ point.
Derek Whiting says that bottle looks good to me. I agree. It's quite the nice bottle. Sugar says it takes a lot off the high-end decanter without the size and topper.
I would agree.
Yeah.
It still looks nice. Like, sure, maybe it is just like...
Maybe it is just $30 Bernheim, but for $60 in a bottle like that,
Oh, there you go.
I'd buy it.
Right.
Yes, Hallertau is a typical one for Pilsners. You mentioned earlier that and Tettnang. Yes, I have heard of Tettnang. Spa, okay then.
SPA, shitty PA.
Shitty PA. The Spa. The
Hey.
IPA.
Hey, you came up with it. You could.
Casey and I are just drinking our hazy IPAs over here. All right, back to glass D, glass 4. Yeah, this one definitely has a pronounced hop characteristic. It's tropical and still berry and citrus forward. The mouthfeel is a little bit thinner than this one, I think. I can't really remember this one right now. We'll have to get back to it.
Does it not seem like this is like really light?
It does. It seems like all of these, except for this one, all of them are very light. Or lighter.
And you get in the finish, whatever you like to call it, finish, sure.
Yeah.
Call it that. It's like there, and then it's like 1 beat, 2 beat, 3 beat, and then there's nothing. Am I right?
Yeah, I get that. It's not bad though.
No,
You gotta nitpick when you're having like a bunch of good beers.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad. I think if you drank enough of that, you'd probably just
Pass out on the floor?
Yeah.
I could agree. And the thing is, all of these are pretty crushable. Except for maybe this one.
Yeah, that one's just
I wouldn't want to crush this.
Well, hold on, we're gonna find out after this.
Watch this be the one that we brewed. That mean my dad brewed. I doubt it because it's clear as shit.
So light, yeah.
But you never know.
I would think it's either this one or this one. I'm not gonna give my answer to it.
Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, we'll hold that off. So I'll explain kind of later why we reviewed it first and then pour a blind because I did it for a reason. But glass C on the nose.
Smells so good.
Honestly, I just got a fettuccine Alfredo from Fazoli's note on here. Don't ask me fucking why. It went away.
You got any Alfredo in your fucking mustache?
No, I haven't eaten Alfredo in a while. It's specifically the stuff from Fazoli's too. But I haven't. It went away right after the initial thing. But I'm like, is that a Fazoli's Alfredo? And then it like went away. But yeah, sometimes I get like confused.
Do you guys even know what Fazoli's is? Is that like a thing in other parts of the USA?
I don't know. Is Fazoli's a thing by you guys?
Is it even a thing around here anymore? Like, are they open?
Yeah,
anymore?
over by NWTC, they're open. Lauren and I get Fazoli's often.
Really?
Well, Lauren specifically loves Fazoli's.
That's crazy, dude. I haven't eaten that Fazoli's.
Dude, I've never had somewhere with better breadsticks than Fazoli's. They're usually just soggy, dripping in salty butter.
Yeah.
And hot and
they
steamy.
usually go in as easy as they come out.
Nice and lubed up. Yeah. Like everyone always talks about Olive Garden's breadsticks. Olive Garden's breadsticks are fucking dry pieces of cardboard compared to Fazoli's breadsticks. Fazoli's breadsticks are so buttery and like salty and like soft and like they melt in your mouth, not in your hand. little M&M free boys and girls.
Jesus.
Anyway, I'm gonna drink this again. This one by far has the best palate and mouthfeel, I think.
For sure.
Like, it's so round and the way it feels in my mouth is like ecstasy. Like the nectar of the gods.
This is the consistency of what an IPA should be.
Agreed.
Like, not dissing any of these.
No.
Like, it's fine for it to be a little thin. But, like, I'll be damned if this isn't a good IPA.
Can confirm. Yeah, I think that one's taking an early lead for us, but...
it's just the right consistency, the right flavor. Yep. I would drink.
Very nice. We will
crap out of that.
We will. Cans is here. It says, I remember Fazoli's from my days as a master's student in Indiana. That's IN, right? Is it Indiana? Yeah. Even though I'm from Virginia. Look at me, the geographically challenged one to read those.
Tell them, folk. Well, hold on. You guys got Waffle House down in Indiana, right?
Dude, Love me some Waffle House.
I don't have anything bad to say about Waffle House.
No.
Other than maybe my use of toilet paper afterwards. But.
Or maybe the kind of people that either go/work there sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I tell you what, when you're...
No offense to anybody if you've ever worked at a Waffle House.
It's just that...
Cool.
It's kind of the equivalent of, like, McDonald's around here. Like, you don't go in there looking for your wife. Does that mean to say?
Oh, man. I have seen some interesting specimens at a Waffle House. Not the good kind either. But, hey.
It's like you kind of get your food and you kind of wonder if there's crack in it. And then, like, you eat it and you're like, there could have been crack in this because that was really good.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, they have
some banging food.
Like,
For the price, it's like a dirty little. It's like exactly like it sounds, like a dirty little guilty pleasure.
You might get like really high cholesterol eating there, which cool, but it's good.
Yeah, there's Waffle House in Indiana, Ohio, and a lot in Virginia and the rest of the South.
You should tell them to build one.
Yeah, fucking tell them to come up here to Wisconsin. I'd love to see
one in Wisconsin. We can trade some Culvers.
Yeah, we got plenty of methods up here looking for jobs, you know? Give them a place to work.
Now that's meth, dog.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
That's pretty freaking brutal. Like, would it even taste the same, though? Like, if a crackhead didn't make your food at a Waffle House?
That's what I'm saying. Like, nobody wants a pretty blonde back there flipping your fucking hash browns.
No,
you know
they
what
want
I mean?
fucking Wanda back there with 3 teeth.
Wanda. That's a perfect name.
With 3 teeth and a fucking smoker's cough.
You already know she's got the curly fucking hair, and she's got, like, the hairnet, and, like, just a little bit of dirt all over and grease all over her shirt. She's wearing an apron. Yeah, Wanda absolutely works at a Waffle House.
While she's making your eggs in the morning, you can watch her walk outside and rip an Eagle 20s.
Karen says a crackhead who doesn't wash their hands. Yeah, basically. Trudy said, I have a med now that has my total cholesterol, not just the bad, down to 45. That's so low, my doctor took me off the rest of the meds. I can eat Waffle House now. There you go.
You definitely can.
Fuck yeah.
If that's what you so choose to do, which, hey, there's Waffle Houses closer to me.
First of all,
even within like an hour, I would probably drive there quarterly just to get some waffle.
First of all, Sugar Kitty, congratulations on lowering your cholesterol. Second of all, it's so funny that now that he's off all those meds, he can go to Waffle House and be on more meds. You know what I'm saying?
Venti waffle.
Waffle House will reverse those good numbers in 1 minute. Facts.
No shit.
Yeah.
Just walking into a Waffle House will probably increase your cholesterol.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Okay.
Whoa.
It opened up a little bit, right?
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
For real though.
Yeah, I'm thinking like it really just needed a minute there to
breathe.
Yeah, I guess.
Being trapped in a can its entire life. Poor guy.
It is on the berry citrus side of things though, for Hop Friday, I think.
It smells good though.
It does smell good. It still smells lighter than the rest, but still it's giving out some more hoppy characteristics, which is nice. A nice upgrade from the first time around. Not bad. It didn't really evolve too much on the palate, I don't think.
Actually,
it's very like malt forward. Like it tastes like a beer through and through. It almost tastes like an American lager. Like if you were to compare that to my American lager, I feel like
I know what this is. I have a guess.
I also have a guess.
Educated. Sort of.
An educated guess. I have a guess for all of these, but I'm not going to say it till the end. And actually, I don't really have a guess for all of them. I have a guess for 2 of them.
I have a guess for 2 of them, man.
But I'm not going to let that sway my decision on how we...
I really don't know anything about this guy right here. This Hazy Bear Hug. I've never had that. I've had these 2, though.
I've had that one once, like fucking 3 years ago. Never had that. I've drank my personal, the Father's Day IPA a lot now, but not enough to tell it apart in a blind. I really can't, honestly. But anyway,
maybe I know which one it is.
I mean, I think I know, but
Right.
it's not because of the flavor. Or
Are we battling, or can we like?
No, we can talk about it. No, we're not. It's not a competition. We're just gonna rank our favorites. I want to know how the Father's Day IPA compares to other IPAs in the thing.
Okay, I don't want to like put stuff in my head.
Yeah, you don't want to get a bias. That's what I've been trying to avoid.
Right. That's a better idea.
Oh my god, this one just smells so much pineapple, so much like
This smells
fruity nectarine.
No, it smells like what the? What is that smell?
I really like A, actually.
What does that smell? It smells like a plant. It smells like a plant.
I think 1 and C is.
It smells like.
Ooh, I know. Hops. That's a plant. Sugar says the nearest Waffle House is Pennsylvania. The number is so low, I don't even need more meds after Waffle House. That's crazy. My cholesterol's high.
It smells like a leafy plant. Like a
Hop?
shit. Well, yes, it smells like hops, but
Minty? You get a little mint in there?
is that what it is? Yeah.
I could get a little mint in there. There are hop varieties that have a minty note.
That's so weird. I've never smelled it.
I really like this one. I think I have my order. Or no. I need to A/B some. I just know which one's in last, and I know which one I think is in first. But I gotta A/B these together.
Wow. This one is it not strong? I think it's pretty strong.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's got a lot of body. Really, I mean, like
This one has a lot of character.
these
like,
two
these
have
ones,
the most character.
Oh yeah.
This one is very good, but it is on the lighter side of things in terms of flavor. And
I don't know if I like
this one is duller.
Yeah.
In every way. It just is like
It just seems
IPA
this one
turned
seems really light.
Yeah.
For no reason.
yeah. This is what I would think an IPA would taste like if you got oxygen in it, because everyone always says if you get oxygen in an IPA, it really tames down the hoppiness and it really kind of dulls all the hop flavor.
That first one is just.
You don't like that one?
It's fine.
It's
like really. Like I can get like a strong like
You think?
alcohol flavor.
Oh, really?
I think so anyway. Like I almost get like that kind of like grainy
When you-
taste like vodka has. Like when
Or
you have
like
a stiff vodka.
When you
drink.
drink like an imperial stout, like a barrel aged stout, and it's got that really
Yes.
like potent.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's what I think that is.
I do get that.
I don't mind that in some IPAs, but this one just doesn't have the right like flavors for it.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I did this with my dad yesterday, and we did Lakefront's Hazy Rabbit IPA in the blind, and Bell's. The Bell's makes a 2-hearted IPA, but we did their hazy hearted, and then we also did a different one from Badger State. It was a Grassy Place, it was called, and the one from Lakefront, the Hazy Rabbit. It tasted and smelled so sweet. It was like it brought me back to like eating like some kind of orange popsicle on a hot summer day, and it's like dripping down you and it's sticky. Not like an orange dreamsicle, but like literally like someone took orange juice with pulp and froze it, and you're like eating it. Like, okay, you know how like they make those orange juice cylinders that you put in the freezer, and then when you make it, you put it in a thing with water and you like mash it up and it makes orange juice.
Mm-hmm.
It was like it tasted like that and smelled like that. Like it was so sweet. It was ungodly sweet.
Wow.
It was insane. It was like they added
Like
lactose.
Orange Julius?
Yeah, but like more natural fruit,
Oh,
but
okay.
also still super sweet. It's like they added lactose to it. It was odd. It was really good, but it was too much. And
Right.
that would these are a lot closer in terms of
Oh yeah.
characteristics.
Minus this one.
Minus
I think
this
this
one?
one, if it is what I think it is, I think you could have swapped it out.
Yeah,
You have the same thing I'm thinking.
yeah.
Okay.
I think I know which one that one is, but I don't really know for sure.
All right. You want to like say which?
No. Let's rank them. Let's rank them in
Okay.
our like favorites to least favorite,
Okay.
and then
I'm gonna revisit.
then we'll guess. Yeah. That's it. We're gonna ABM. If it's not that bad, statins. Oh. Medical stuff that I don't really know. Statins are fine, or they combine it with Zetia. Serious cholesterol, and it's Repatha. Cuts your numbers by 90%. Seriously. Damn. I'm just a little bit over on my cholesterol.
What are the
but I'm also only
What
25
are the side
years old.
effects of that? Sleepiness?
Fucking suicidal thoughts, probably. Just like every fucking drug ever. Just like they have the commercial with people holding hands and skipping through the fucking flowers, and then the little voice at the end goes, "This drug could give you suicidal thoughts," blah, 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 and it's talking really fast and trying to make it so you don't hear the fact that you could want to kill yourself during it.
Dude.
Glassy.
No. Drink this one. Take a sip or two, and then drink this one. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just me. But like this tastes so much better on the palate now. Don't get me wrong, it's still a little lighter. But I get so much more flavor.
This one's very bright.
Yes.
Like bright, almost like lemony and raspberry. It's just like, you know what I mean? This one is a heavier, darker, juicier flavor. This one is bright and vibrant and very like shiny. Like vanillas and raspberries and lemons.
I think I know which one's which. Yeah, let me. Yeah. Actually, I don't know. I'll deal with it. We're agreeing. Oh, we're not agreeing. Okay. All right. I can move mine over. Hold on.
All right.
This, and that, and then boom.
I think I got it where I want it.
Sort of. I don't know. You guys can see that here. Let me
We'll discuss. We got a lot of glassware on the table.
let's sample this down here. You guys can kind of see that. Sure. You guys get the gist.
Okay, so for me, actually for both of us, last place, you guys already know, glass 2 didn't really do so hot.
Last, which for me, I think it's just
Not an IPA.
I think it is an IPA.
Well, obviously it's an IPA. I think though that
It's way too
we
light.
wanted to
So,
be
like,
drinking IPAs
you
and
know
it
what?
doesn't really taste like one as much.
I think for people that don't like IPAs, I think this would probably be like a good starter for you. If you
For
want
someone
to
who
get
really
into
likes
it.
like a Pilsner, I think this would be a great one for you.
Like it has enough hop, it has enough citrus flavor to like kind of get you going. Like if you
Right.
really want
Dip
to
your
like,
toe in the water.
yeah, like that's kind of how I was when I first started drinking them. I was like the lighter, like hazies, love them or loved them,
Right.
and then I bumped up to the regular hazes, and then I bumped up to the IPAs, and then you know what? Some of the IPAs are a little too much for me. I never dabbled in the double IPAs because that's just pure freaking grass right out of the freaking hopper.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I don't know. I think it kind of brings me back to like when I was trying IPAs. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's still
I feel
all
it.
right.
Yeah, it feels like my cream ale that I made a while back. It was not an IPA, but it had a predominant
It did
like
have-
hoppy note to it, and I feel like this is actually it reminds me a bit of that cream ale. Like it's just very simple, very grain forward with a hint of hops, and that's kind of what I get from it.
Right.
Um,
Okay, you want to discuss your glass?
yeah. So next for me, this is where Casey and I differ. In third place, I have glass D, glass 4 over here in the Stein. I really liked it, but I really liked these three. And it was a hard choice. And for me, it comes down to flavor profile and body, I think. I mean, this one is a lot brighter, a lot like sweeter, and like it does have a lot of flavor, but I think I prefer the viscosity and flavors of these two over this one. So that's why this one got third for me.
Fair enough. And Glass A for me is third. I think it's good. Don't get me wrong. I think it's just that alcohol flavor. Like I don't like love that in a beer.
Right.
Like I'm not a super heavy big IPA drinker or even like craft beer drinker myself, but I don't know, that's just kind of how I feel.
Yeah. And I actually put my Glass A in first place.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Which is it's a big difference. The thing about Glass A that I really liked is it had a lot of body, especially in the nose. I really liked the nose of it. It was super super tropical fruity, stone fruity. I had the peaches and the nectarines and like stuff like that in the nose. And then the body also had that and some body as well. It was viscous, and I think it got past the alcoholiness of it. But I just really liked how like, you know, grandiose it was. But yeah.
Second place for me would be Glass D. I just the nose of it is good, and the palate it's sweet, but it also has a little bit of hop influence on it, and I think that really kind of like brings it together, and like kind of it's more of a drinkable hazy, like a really like I don't know if I don't think it's average, but I think it's like more of a approachable.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely like hazy on the edge of like the core hazy, like it's more toward the like building up to be hazy, but it's not like on the extreme end. Like I feel like this one is definitely more. These ones are more on the like higher end of like it's hazy, whereas this one's more like it's a nice hazy. It's a decent hazy. It's like in terms of the hazy scale, the Glass D would be like lower middle, whereas these two glasses would be like upper middle.
Mm-hmm.
And how hazy aggressive they were. Anyway, yeah, and then the last glass is Glass C for us. I put it in second place, and Casey put it in first.
I put it in first. The viscosity and the nose match and the palate is just about it for me. I mean, it's just a good overall, all around.
Yeah,
hazy.
That's just dank. I mean,
it's fantastic.
I love the mouthfeel of this one. In fact, the only thing that didn't put this in first is that the nose I didn't think was as good as the nose of this one. But that is the only reason why I didn't take first, because I much prefer the palate, mouthfeel, and finish of Glass.
The mouthfeel is fantastic.
C. And maybe I should have put it first, but if I'm being honest, part of the reasons I didn't put it first is because I think it is the Father's Day IPA.
You think that one's the Father's Day IPA?
I think so.
Okay, hold on.
Right.
You go through your lineup, you say which ones are...
Okay, so my guesses for this. Glass A, I'm saying is a beer hug. Seems alcohol-y, 6.8%, full-bodied, saying it's a beer hug. This one, and a lot of these guesses had to do with ABV, actually. This one I'm saying is a little geezer because thin, 5%, clear, it just seems very thin.
Yep.
This one, as a home brewer, I feel like I can tell a craft, like homebrewy notes in it. And I don't know if that's just me convincing myself or if that it's actually true, but also the mouthfeel of this one, it really reminded me of the Father's Day IPA. And I could be wrong. I don't really know for sure. But I do really like it. And then this one I definitely think is Caddyland from Badger State. If I were going to switch two of them, I would switch to these two. I would think maybe this one could be the beer hug and this one could be the Caddy Shack or Caddyland. But yeah, those are my guesses.
That's kind of similar, I guess. Yeah, I guess this one was beer hug just because of the ABV.
ABV, yeah.
And I've never really had it before, so I've never really I'm kind of familiar with like this is the little geezer, and I usually drink the foggy geezer, which is like this guy's big brother.
The parent.
And That's a little bit more ABV. Kind of similar, like 6%
Yeah, and I really
ish.
should have got it. I just knew we were going to be doing a big blind, and I didn't want to get hammered. So
Whatever, right?
I was trying to pick a little bit lower ABV ones, but
Like that's one of my go-to hazies. So I kind of get the flavorful profile on it. And I think that this one is definitely the Little Geezer, just for the profile of it, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll call it. This one, I do think this is Badger State. Badger State just makes fantastic beer. If that's yours, I'm gonna be like that's crazy. Like for real, like that'd be insane if that was really yours. I'm literally spitballing here.
The palate of this one is so good.
It is. It's fantastic. The mouthfeel, palate, everything. Anyway,
That really could be Badger State's. Now that I'm thinking about it.
and I think this one is yours.
Think so?
But a lot of pineapple, that like sweetness in the palate kind of dazes off, you know.
The reason I don't think this one is mine is because I feel like this lands more toward the citrus and bread or fruits, and I feel like, at least for my palate, I mean, he's saying pineapple, I'm saying citrus, but
There's a little sweetness.
I feel like there is definitely, I mean, there's definitely some stone fruit and tropical fruits in here too. I just feel like I remember the Father's Day IPA being more tropical than this. But that being said, result time.
Hold on, is it this page right here?
Yeah, it's the one that,
All right, hold on.
Oh, he's not going to show me that cocksucker. All right, let's start last place. We both know it's a Little Geezer, isn't it? Or is it mine?
I'll be damned. Anyway.
Last place, last two.
Holden. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Father's Day IPA?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. That's what it says on here.
Bubba, did you write these left to right or right to left? The mug, the sign is the first one?
This is all fucked up. This is actually what it is.
What one do you want? No.
This one.
No, that one is
Mine?
Hold on. Which one is number one?
This is number one?
Yeah.
That's number
I
one.
literally drew an arrow with a 1, an arrow, and then pointing that way.
Who the fuck
And
comes
the
from
4.
this side to this side?
That's what we usually do for the
Every
bourbon
single
bar.
blind we've ever done on the bourbon bar,
You come from
this has been 1 or A, and this has been 4 or
but
C.
I've always done them and written them from this side to this side. When you read a book, do you not read this way to this way? Who reads this way to this way?
The people watching are reading that way to that way.
But they don't have to write things down. Which one do you want to know? I can tell you what they are.
What is this one?
That's yours.
Yep, this is correct. All right.
So what is this one?
No. Okay, that one's War Pigs.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were right.
Okay,
So we were right.
okay. Hold on.
Holy
We're gonna
crap.
restart. I'm gonna look at it the other way.
Okay,
I'm
backwards.
Thank you. All right. So number one for
Dude, I was so worried. I'm like, there's no way in God's green earth that my fucking homebrew beer cleared
well,
up.
that's what it said,
I know.
but it's backwards, so we're good.
Well, like, homebrew, okay, beer does not clear up very quickly. And in fact, to get one that clear, it either needs to sit in the keg for about 3 to 4 weeks, or you put gelatin, like non-flavored gelatin in it, and it pulls all the sediment out to the bottom and it turns real clear. I was so, like, when you said that was mine, oh my God, my heart.
Okay, all right.
All right, glass 2, the Little Geezer.
Yes, Little Geezer, which
Expected. We
it
both
is,
guessed it.
like, it literally says it's a miniature marvel of the Foggy Geezer, which...
I should have got the Foggy Geezer.
Fucking good shit.
Should have got the Foggy Geezer. Casey and I will just drink that
Right.
together compared to mine on our own time.
Okay, so my third place, your first place, is Goose Island,
Beer Hug.
which is...
You know what makes sense too? Also, the fact that this is Goose Island who makes imperial stouts and it always has that kind of alcoholic note, and this one also has.
I'm not a huge fan.
Me either.
Goose Island.
I don't really like imperial stouts all that much anymore.
Really?
They're too much. Like if I could get 5 ounces, but they always sell them in 12 to 16 ounce cans.
Didn't Badger State just come out with a really good one?
Yeah.
Like a month or so ago?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't been to Badger State.
Wasn't it President's Choice? Old Forester or Old Forester birthday bourbon or some shit?
Oh shit, I don't remember.
I think so. I thought so. Anyway, my second place, your
third place
is Badger State.
Badger State Grassy Place.
Which is crazy.
So my second place, Casey's first place from the guy who drinks IPAs every day.
That's fucking good. I'm gonna have some more of that.
The Father's Day IPA.
Yeah. No, I think you should. I think Sugar Kitty hit it right on the head.
Chateau Bow Wow.
Father's Days.
That is actually that's.
Sugar Kitty,
really
you better like do the check mark by it or whatever.
Father's Day.
The R by it.
IPA.
I forget what the hell you call it. Anyway.
Patent.
Yes.
Copyright.
Neither
of those are the word.
No, it's the R.
Trademark.
Yes.
Yes, the trademark.
Anyway.
That's pretty. You want another glass of that, don't you? You gotta drive home.
Can you make me my own?
I got 4 gallons left of it.
Can you make me my own? Yeah, well, it's gonna go fucking quick if you have me over.
Honestly, I never thought that I would voluntarily make a hazy IPA, but after making that one, I would make it again.
Okay, if you can make a hazy IPA this good.
If you buy a keg, we can brew a hazy together and I'll fill it for you. You just gotta keep it in a cooler somewhere.
That would be freaking awesome. I bet I could. Can you like put one in a fridge and still have it like be used as a fridge?
Yeah. You gotta clear out enough shelves that you can fit a full keg in there.
Anything with a Dremel? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
Because you can just put a picnic tap on it.
That's true.
And then so you just open the beer, grab the picnic tap, right in your thing. You can have the CO2 tank in the fridge, or you can have it outside of the fridge with the line running into the fridge.
My God. That might make the year right there.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to save that recipe.
That's by far you just being like blatantly like what do you want to call it? Honest, well, yeah, but like I don't want to like pick favorites just because I like IPAs, but like that's by far your recipe.
You like IPAs, but you also like plenty of other beers.
But I also like your the maple walnut. But I also helped you make that, so that might just
that's true. That could be
it would be like a labor
prideful,
like a labor of love, you know. Well, that was also really good, but like this was good on its own.
I think my favorite. I need to brew it again because I haven't had it in a very long time. But like to this day, the Oktoberfest that I brewed, the second one that I brewed, the one that I got right.
Oh yeah,
that Oktoberfest was so fucking good. Oh my God, honest to God, I think that Oktoberfest that I brewed last year was my favorite Oktoberfest that I had last year, even compared to all the other Oktoberfest. And I never did side by sides the way we did today, but like, I really liked that Oktoberfest last year.
It was really good, yeah. Yeah,
I've consistently said my Oktoberfest is my favorite, but like I like this a lot. I think my Oktoberfest, the Maple Walnut Brown Ale, and this Hazy IPA are probably the 3 best beers that I brewed.
Like you killed that.
Good job, Dad.
Good fucking job. Great job.
He's the guy who put all the hops in it.
Hey.
After
somebody's got to do it.
I left. We put it in the fermenter, and I left. And he did all the dry hopping. Put in the he opened the fermenter, put in the hops, and then put the other hops in the bag and put the magnets in on top of the thing, the sous vide magnets, and then close it back up and set the pressure and let it sit for a couple while, and then dropped the other dry hops in. He did all the hopping process all by himself with guidance, but like a guy who never even brewed beer before did all that.
Secret sauce.
And he didn't contaminate it with oxygen. He didn't get any kind of foreign material in it. He didn't get any bacteria in it. Yeah.
It's a secret sauce.
Yeah. So if you're curious about the hops that we use, if you guys are hop heads, we used, I believe, Nectaron.
Yeah,
I actually have the recipe.
That's definitely one of them used.
It was Nectaron, Azaka, and Superdelic, I believe. But I will
Yeah, that's good.
read you guys here. Yeah, so we used
Oh my god.
half an ounce of Nectaron with 15 minutes left in the boil. Then there's something called a hop stand or a whirlpool, which after it boils, you cool it back down to about 170, 180, and you run either a whirlpool arm or you put in like a basket, a hop basket. And during that time, we added 1.5 ounce of Nectaron, 1 ounce of Azaka, and 1 ounce of Superdelic. After that, the first dry hop just went straight in a bag. 3 days into fermentation, so when there was high krausen, when like all the bubbles were forming and like there was still a lot of movement with the yeast, still creating a lot of CO2, we added 1.5 ounces of Nectaron, which is a super tropical stone fruity hop. And then he also put 3.5 ounces of Nectaron, 3 ounces of Superdelic, and 1 ounce of Azaka into a bag. And he put sous vide magnets in it, and he put magnets on the outside of the container, on the top of the fermenter, and he closed the lid. So, and when another 5 days went past, and we're on the last couple of days of fermentation, he went down there and he removed the magnets, dropping those hops into the wort without adding any kind of oxidation. Because during fermentation, it's creating CO2, it's pushing all that oxygen out. You don't really need to worry about contaminating it or oxidizing it. But after the fermentation dies down, if you were to open it up and expose it to oxygen, it would really kill a lot of that hop flavor and make it really dull. So yeah, he did all that. Superdelic is another really stone fruity tropical hop variety. And then Azaka is stone fruit with citrus. So I wanted a hint of that citrus in there as well, which is where the citrus came from, the Azaka, I believe. But yeah, and for water salts, Casey, you guys probably don't know a whole lot about water salts, but Casey brewed a beer with me, and we added like probably 2 to 3 grams of salts total for that. For this beer, we added 11 grams of calcium chloride, 6 grams of Epsom salt, and 1 gram of gypsum, because you want a really skewed water profile to help with the addition of the hops and to create a really rich, thick mouthfeel when you're doing hazy IPA.
And that's exactly what the hell that is. I was literally just about to ask you, how do you make that?
Yeah. So a mix between, there's 2 things that really help that mouthfeel and the viscosity and the richness of it. One thing is you want to get a really nice salty profile, or I say salty, but there's a lot of chemical balancing stuff that you do, but you want a ratio of one salt more than the other, almost double, and you get that really like thick profile. And the other thing is when you're brewing beer, if you brew at a lower temperature, like 100, like the mash temp, if you were to mash in at like 148, that would get you a drier beer if you're going to make an Irish red ale, or red, and then you wanted a dry Irish red. That would be brewed at like 148, because that gives you more fermentable sugars, and so your final gravity is lower, like a 1008 or something. It means the yeast is eating more sugar, making it thinner and drier and less sugary. For this beer, we actually brewed at 155 degrees. Normally, all the beers I brewed before this were brewed at 152. And we brewed this one at 155 because that prevents the final gravity of getting too low and all the sugars getting fermented out. So the final gravity of this one, I think, was around 1015, which is pretty high. And that keeps a lot of that sugar in there and creates a lot of body and a lot of sweetness that you want in the hazy. So, fun stuff.
All right, sorry to this comment. So,
yeah. When you rub Waffle House food on a piece of white paper, you can see through it like a window because of the amount of grease. That is facts, actually.
It's a dirty window,
yes. That's facts. Sure, said what's worse is the meds with all the mental health warnings are meant to improve your health. What's wrong with that picture?
Yeah.
Big Pharma. Cam says, congrats on those great numbers, though. Yeah, congrats, Sugar Cutie. If you guys like good cast finished bourbons, I highly recommend, if they come to Wisconsin, the Penelope Project X, PX, and Oloroso Sherry cast finished bottles.
Yes. Place Down by me, actually. I live in Appleton, Wisconsin, which is a little lower than Green Bay. There's a place in Neenah called Grainworks. I'm sure some of you guys have probably heard of it if you are from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And they just got both of those in, I believe.
Yep. And they released them on Saturday, didn't they?
Yeah.
They had a big release thing. You could have sat in line and
I
got
would
some.
bet that they
might have some
still have some left. Apparently, they were one of the first people to like actually get a.
Yeah, they had them for a while. They cut them to release them on a day, but they had them for a while.
Yeah. So I mean, I was interested, but
money's tight.
The amount of bourbon to money ratio just ain't there.
Yeah. Great influence from the finishing cast without masking the bourbon notes. Interesting. Good. I can't say I've had a sherry finished bourbon that's been like I get a sherry finished scotch and I'm like, wow, sherry.
Right.
But like sometimes I get a sherry finished bourbon and it's just kind of like, all right, I don't even know if I own any. I think I just like I've tried a few and it's just like it doesn't cut through the bourbon notes as much and it's almost like pointless.
That what was it? The sherry rye from New Riff. That was a hit. That was like probably my most lovable sherry cask finish.
True, that was really good.
It was insanely good.
And it did have some sherry notes to it. It didn't have a whole lot.
Which it might be different because it's a rye. I have no idea. But I will say
the Pack 9 is sherry finished.
Sherry. From what I remember, that one just doesn't have enough proof to it.
Yeah, it probably doesn't have enough proof.
Which
the thing is, bourbon being finished in a new oak cask it's taking so much character from the barrel tannins and the oak that like it's really killing off a lot of that sherry note. Whereas the Scotch being aged in usually it's just a sherry barrel or ex bourbon and then sherry. It's like it's not pulling as much oak influence from the barrels when it's getting all that sherry note as well. So like it doesn't really bury it.
Although getting off the sherry topic, I haven't really had a terrible whiskey from Penelope though.
Havana?
Oh, okay. Is it terrible if we don't like it?
Oh, it's not good.
But we don't like rum. I don't know.
I don't mind rum. I have a bottle of rum sitting over there we can drink right now. Everyone on this channel knows it's really hard for me to dislike a whiskey.
And we
did not like
shit out of it. I totally forgot about that. I totally forgot I even owned that. I owned that for ugh.
That was not a good bottle of whiskey. Oh my god. I did not like it at all. That was terrible.
Don't worry, look at that.
Anthony Bourbon Neophyte is here. So did I hear someone say peated scotch? Yeah, buddy.
You did.
Got some peated scotch down here. Or here. Or here. Anyway, I still want to get that Lefroy cask strength Laura though. That would be fucking sick.
Cask strength Laura? What?
So you ever heard of Lefroy Lore? Lefroy Lore is like one of their most popular, and a lot of people say it's their best offering from Lefroy.
Yeah.
And they do their Carchus, which is their like Friends of Lefroy release every year. It's like a special release that they do to kind of cater toward the whiskey enthusiasts. And the last year's Carchus was actually a blend of it was Cat's favorites, and that's what this one is Carchus. And it was a blend of their last two Carchuses, which is finished in Oloroso or PX Sherry and Triplewood. But the new Carchus cask for this year, which is a Fege Isle release, which is their island carnival shit, was cask strength Lefroy Lore. Normally it's only like, I don't know, 100 proof.
Yeah, well it's probably
like
close to 118
proof.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty close, I think. Somewhere around there. And it was only like $110, I think, off Reserve Bar. If I would have ordered it. I might still be able to order it, but yeah. Wish I had the money for it. Anyway, Derek Whiting says, welcome to Chateau Bow Wow. You're not wrong. TM, yes, the TM, the trademark. That's what beer fridges are for.
Oh,
yeah?
True.
You know, if you just got a keg, a $20 used freezer from Facebook Marketplace and a $50 Inkbird to control the temperature of the freezer. So, okay, $20 Marketplace for a chest freezer that can hold probably 2 kegs, a $50 Inkbird, and let's say you want 2 kegs. You get that's $70 a piece. Or no, actually, you might be able to get 2 kegs for $70 total. I can't really remember how much I paid for my kegs, but $70 a piece, I'd say. If you just did 1 keg and a freezer and an Inkbird, you're looking at a $200 with the tap handles and stuff and the lines. You got about $200, and then we could just brew beer together. If you wanted to brew a beer, you would just pay the $30 for the ingredients. You could brew the beer together, and you could just have a keg full of beer at home.
Is that all it costs for the ingredients? It's like $30.
The Hazy was the most expensive beer I ever brewed because I used like fucking 16 ounces of hops. So that was $80.
Oh.
But it makes 40 pints.
Well, yeah, that's way better
But
than fucking going and buy like some fucking.
The average ingredients for like a typical beer that usually uses like 2 ounces of hops and like 12 pounds of grain. That's usually like $30-$40, and then like I usually buy 8 gallons of distilled water, so that's about another $10 ish or $20. So it's usually around 40 or 50, I guess, for 40 pints of beer on tap. And a personal keg of any kind of beer you want.
And you made it.
Yeah. And there's unlimited creativity. I'm just saying, if you wanted to do it, I'd gladly brew more beer.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just don't have room in my kegs. Like right now, I have 3 kegs that are full. I need to finish the American lager because I gotta brew a orange, like an orange Hefeweizen with Mr. Derek Whiting. Imagine Blue Moon, but German. So like an orange wheat beer, but like German grains and hops. So that's gonna be a nice one. That's gonna be a summer beer for sure. Do you like wheat beers? Do you like a Blue Moon though? Not a huge Blue Moon guy. I love Blue Moon, especially in summer.
I like my shanties in summer. I don't know.
My name was actually Father's Days instead of Father's Days. Oh yeah, no, we know. That's what Casey said earlier.
I think so.
Yeah, I said Father's Days IPA. Father's Days Hazy IPA. So we call it Father's Days on the can, but you got to have the legal definition of the Hazy IPA, or Haze and Confused. I feel like a lot of people do Haze and Confused though. That's a thing for sure. He did the thing and then a ting with the thing and the thing, and then it didn't do a thing or a thing at all. Technical terms. That's true, actually. That's straight out of the horse's mouth. Audrey Brick 420 says hops and cannabis are very closely related.
There you go.
How do you know? Once the liquid degasses the CO2. Yes. I get it. The Project X finishes comes through prominently, but doesn't take over the entire distillate. Yeah, that's a sign of a good one. Oh, Sagamore sherry finish is really good. Do you have did you have the sherry finished? Which one did you have?
I have an 8-year Saggy, and then I got a
Double
oaked Saggy, and I still have both of them actually.
I want to say I've had the sherry finished Saggy somewhere.
And you've had the tequila one.
I also have had a tequila one. If you like a brighter fruit note, the PX Sherry is the one for you. The Oloroso Sherry has darker fruits that roll out more slowly, mixed with the nutrients or nuttiness of the Oloroso, dark chocolate, and baking spices. That sounds good. I like that.
I bet both are pretty damn good.
It depends on the scotch. Some are just overwhelmed cherry bombs in the cask the whole time. Others are just a tinge with just 1 to 2 years, maybe 12 to 15 months. True. Do you like Highland Park? Yes, I do. Love me some Highland Park. Lefroy Galore is a high-end bottle with a strong sherry finish despite heavy peat. Yeah, especially that Carchus. This Carchus is a triple oak, and the PX Sherry is like probably the most sherry-forward scotch I've had ever. But I've never had the real Lefroy Galore, so like what you're talking about here. I can't say I've had it. The favorites actually took casks that were left over and aged even longer than the previous cartridges. So it's extra age too. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lore for me is 120 cartridges, usually 85. I'm scared of the price of the US cask strength lore comes out. Yeah, it was 144 for the normal lore at Total Wine in Appleton. But
I wonder if my brother-in-law's gonna get that because he's a huge fan of Lefroy.
yeah, the Lefroy lore cask strength is only 110 on Reserve Bar. It would probably be like $20 for shipping. It'd probably come out to like 150-ish or 140. But like, you pay 144 to get the normal lore from Total Wine. So I've probably sold out by now. I got the email and I was able to pre-order it, and I didn't because I suck. But we have great local tap water for beer, and we have local hop farms to keep costs in check. That's great.
That's all you need.
Paulaner or Redeberger makes Radler, which is basically a shandy. Yeah, we have Lanningkugel's summer shandy, and they make a bunch of other shandies here too. Not a huge shandy guy. Lefroy 10 sherry cask is solid at 96 proof. Lefroy 10? Oh yeah, I knew they made a sherry. Dude on Dude Butts, Mr. Burt Ben, Whiskey Uncensored himself is here. Talking about butts already, first chat and thing.
Butt stuff.
Butt stuff, Ben, I tell ya. This guy really knows his stuff about butts. I'd say so.
Alright, I need to go pee.
Casey needs to get rid of some of that IPA.
Yeah, my.
Do you want me to pour this out?
I mean,
Or you can pour it out if you
Oh, no,
want.
you can pour it out. That's alright. You go for it.
Oh, hey, look, it's my wife.
My wife. How are you, Bob?
Wait, when did I skip your comment? Did you comment before? I didn't see a comment from you, Mrs. My wife, wee woo wee woo. Holden skipped my comment. What the fuck? I did not. Anyway, Bear Ben says, hey, what can I say? I'm an ass man. Wait, Ben, I still have your freaking bottle of cabin strength sitting on the floor, still in the bag. I can show you it right now. But hit me up. I'll send it to you. I'm not scared. I'll send it to you. I'm just going to send it. Just throw these kind of out of the way. It's a lot of glassware in here. Who would have thought drinking all this beer would have so many glasses? All right, so we have here the Old Fitzgerald Bottle and Bond, 7 years old, 100 proof, straight bourbon whiskey, and it is a weeded bourbon mash bill. Now, is Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond weeded? I don't think so, right? It's not weeded, I don't think. Heaven Hill Bib. Hey, is Heaven Hill Bib weeded? Or not weeded?
No.
Not weeded.
Pretty sure it's not.
So this is like the weeded version of Heaven Hill Bib.
True, that's kind of supposed to be different.
Okay. Well, hey, Robin Whiting's here. Says cheers all. Robin, welcome to it.
Cheers, Robin.
Welcome to the shit show. I didn't open it. I saved it for you. So you can crack that cork.
It wasn't as cool as the first time.
All right. One of the most even awesomer than everything I've said so far. I can't remember if I already told these guys about the engraver that we got at work. I might have.
Oh. I think, yeah, you did tell me that actually.
But I told you that.
I think so.
But did I tell them that? We got a laser engraver at work, so I can finally engrave custom glassware at a low price. A price of free. So I can get, instead of paying $25 for one engraved Glencairn, I can pay $20 for 4 of them and then engrave them myself, which is cool. And I can make beer glasses and all different size glasses, and I can make hats. If I got a hatch with a blank leather patch, I can engrave leather. I can engrave metal. I can make challenge coins because it's laser engraver and cutter, so I can engrave like 3-dimensional bourbon bar logos on a coin for the It's fucking sweet. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty fucking cool. No, Heaven Hill 7 is a rye bourbon. Okay, awesome. It's weeded, which is why I mentioned the Bernheim earlier. Yeah, I knew this was weeded, and especially because you mentioned the Bernheim. Well, I didn't know if Heaven Hill Bib was weeded.
Isn't it the same Wait, what am I thinking of?
I don't know what I was expecting, but I kind of forgot that we were going from whiskey to beer to whiskey. When I smelled that, I'm like, that is way stronger than the last thing I drank.
I was thinking about doing like a warm up glass just so we don't like kind of just.
You wanna?
I don't know. I probably would. I'll be honest, guys. I haven't drank whiskey in a fat minute, but
well, let this open up. Especially it is a neck pour. What are we gonna do for? How about a small more?
Yeah, let's burn up.
Is that a warm up?
Right away.
That's a warm up whiskey, right? Is there anything relatively new that we haven't had here in the bourbon bar?
Or we could finish or visit a Dusty.
Finish? Did he say finish?
No, visit a Dusty.
Visit a Dusty, like one we haven't had in a while.
Like an old ass like whiskey we haven't drank in a fat minute.
Well, if you're gonna look for old stuff you haven't drank in a while, you gotta look over at that table.
Yeah.
What is? Ooh, we got the not fingers. Is it fingers? No, it's the burning chair. We got the burning chair over there. Oh, we have that one, that Wisconsin one that was aged in the Great Lakes.
Yeah, I remember that one isn't good.
Well, it's decent.
Wait, which one are you talking about?
It's the Nordstrom one.
What proof is that though?
Yeah, you're right. Might be a little high.
What the hell's up here? We could try this blood oath since we've been talking about the cherry cap.
That's true. That's a nice little proof. It's been a while since we had some blood oath.
I don't know. We don't have to try something. We could. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, we got this going. We got this going for us right here. So let's say the EC18 probably hasn't been visited in a minute.
That's true. I haven't had some EC18 in a minute. All right, Blood Oath Pack 9, finished in Oloroso Sherry at 49.3% or 98.6 proof, aka the temperature of blood. So
that smells good.
Oh. 12 years old. That's it. Just 12 years old. That cursive on the front of the bottle is so hard to read. Like,
yeah, it is. I tried. Did I tell you that? I tried this year's tequila one.
Is it good? You didn't tell me. Or maybe you did tell me. You didn't tell me how it was.
I told you.
I really wanted this year's bottle a lot.
It was all right. It was.
It wasn't just tequila. It was mezcal, wasn't it? Or was it tequila?
It was in yellow.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was really tequila forward, which obviously tequila finish whiskey. Every one that I've had is very tequila forward. I don't know. I didn't think it was super like worth the money, you know?
Yeah. Well,
like 140 is kind of a lot.
Yeah. It's all a lot nowadays. Everything's expensive. You know, this actually had a lot more sherry finish characteristics than I remember.
It is also like probably over a year old. Oh, older than that.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
2 years old.
Been a fat minute. You know what we haven't had in a while is Woodford Batch Proof. You know what we haven't had in a while that always gets better every time we open it?
The Four Roses.
The fucking Four Roses. Oh, I actually like that a lot now, and I haven't had it in a while, which means it's probably even better than it used to be.
Fuck yeah.
Part of me wants to crack that open today too, but yeah, no, this is definitely more sherry forward than I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, another thing is now that we're going to be finally finishing the basement, which is actually halfway done with the framing right now, we're doing some whiskey events down there, tastings and whatnot, and we're going to be doing a lot of drinking and a lot more practice with our palates because we've been doing a lot more tastings, which is cool. So, Advent calendar, here we come. Because speaking of Advent calendar, you guys need to send us. If you want to send us stuff, we should do Advent this summer. Because otherwise I'm going to be in school and I'm not going to have time to do it. But I have the next 2.5 months without any classes. So if we did it like this summer, end of July, August time, I think we would be able to record them all and edit them all before December. And it's not like Advent Calendar has any new whiskey. It's all whiskey that people send in. So it really doesn't matter when we do it. The tree's already up. So the only weird part is that actually the basement might even be finished by then. So we could record it down in the basement.
True.
In the basement bar. So yeah, if you guys want to send us some Advent stuff, please reach out to the email or text me if you guys have my number. A lot of you do, or on Instagram. Whatever works for you guys. If you want to text me, let me know. We want to get those in probably by mid to end of July. I think if we start recording and stuff in August, that'll be good. This is pretty good.
Yeah, I might have.
There's a lot of sherry on the nose.
A lot of sherry on the nose. I don't think it really transitions over to the palate as well.
Mm-hmm. The palate though does have a nice tobacco note, like tobacco and fruit, and a little bit of like a pepperiness to it.
I get the pepper.
But Ken says it's funny how what everyone drinks more often affects how we perceive things. I'm mostly a tequila and other agave spirits guy, and for me, most tequila finished whiskeys aren't very agave forward. Yeah, I mean that's the same thing with like the peated whiskey, peated scotch. Like I used to not be peated scotch guy, and every time I drink peated scotch, I'm like, holy fuck, it feels like a fireball in my mouth. Not fireball, but like a fireball. And now it's like, oh my gosh, I drink peated scotch, and it's just like sweet and decadent. And then Casey just smells it or drinks it, and he's just like, that still smells and tastes like gasoline. So, or not gasoline, but it smells like a bonfire, charcoal. You're absolutely right. Being nose blind is a real thing. The tree is up, Sai. One of those Christmas in July people. The tree is only up because my lazy ass hasn't taken it down. We also owe you guys a giveaway that we haven't gave away yet.
So,
and actually, we probably could have done it because really, I was kind of waiting for you to be on a live stream to do that. This is the first live stream you've done since fucking like January, probably.
Yeah, probably.
And we were gonna give away a watch, some Christmas ornaments, and I didn't fucking Christmas anymore. Glencairn. Oh, we suck. It will get better though. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna warm this guy over here.
Old Fitz, bottled and bond, 7 years old, 100 proof on the nose. Oh, that smells so sweet. And I know we just came off of a Blood Oath, which is Lux Row. Yeah, this is weeded. Lux Row has always had like darker, peppery, tobacco-y notes for me, leather type notes for me, and it was sherry finished. This smells like brown sugar, caramelized brown sugar, maybe light chocolatey and caramel, but like a lot of brown
dark
sugar.
Chocolate. Maybe not dark chocolate, maybe just regular chocolate.
It's just very like rich, darker, desserty
It
notes.
smells.
It's desserty.
It smells good.
It smells really good.
For a
That warm up whiskey was a good idea. I mean, don't get me wrong, the palate, it's nothing to write home about.
No.
But I'm also not mad at it for $60 in a bottle like this with a good nose.
It'll be a good warm up whiskey.
It's solid whiskey. It's not like I'm craving whiskey, I might die tomorrow, I'm not going to have this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's solid, actually. I do like it.
I think it'll open up after time.
True. I think the palate has a nice like red cherry note, but like light. You know what I mean? Like it's not heavy. It's not like dense cherries. It's not like Zardo cherries. It's just like a simple cherry note. A little bit of that oak and
I feel like
chocolate.
this tastes like you're eating like wheat bread.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know why.
It has a very bready note to it.
And like, it's not terrible, like I said.
It's decent for $60.
It was worth taking a shot at it, and it, cool bottle, cool bag.
I would buy it for $60.
You buy this for somebody, $60.
Oh my god, as a gift?
Easy gift. they'd be like, "Oh my god, that thing's got to be so expensive." Thank you. Like,
Yeah, no,
For people-
and it's good too. Like sometimes you buy them like a bottle of Bland. Oh my god, that is a comparison and a half. Blanton's. Like when you buy Blanton's for $60, good whiskey.
65, 70, yeah.
Yeah. When you buy Blanton's for $160,
Nope.
I feel actually the same way about this that I feel about Blanton's, and I actually think it's got similar-ish nose. Maybe more on the palate. The nose, this is definitely on the darker side, more desserty than a Blanton's. But like for the palate, that kind of like red fruity. I know Blanton's isn't a weeder, but like it just
This definitely has its own like unique kind of.
the caliber per price reminds me of Blanton's. Like it's decent at the price.
Yeah.
But I would be disappointed if I paid extra for it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I figured I'd scoop one up while the bags are available.
Well, if getting's good, you figured you better get getting.
Right. So here we are.
Yeah.
It's on my shelf. You know what? $60. There's worse whiskey out there.
Shirky says it's a bonfire. It's a total hitter of a bottle. If it's a bonfire, it's a total hitter. Yeah, no, I agree. I love a good peated scotch. Casey will get there one day. One day, I'm gonna give him so many peated scotch blinds that he's gonna end up liking peated scotch, and then he's gonna be in the same fucking realm as me. I mean, it took me fucking 4 years to get on that train. So, what are you at? 2 now?
If that.
So, we'll get him there. There's a tequila brand that makes a Reposado and Añejo aged in a Speyside Scotch barrels called Storywood. The founder is a Scot, but his mom is Mexican, which is why he wanted to start the brand. That is very interesting. That is something that DJ D-Rec Whiting would be into.
Good.
Yeah, I would say. My thought is the next step is a 3-way tasting with Bernheim, Larceny, and That'll Fits. Oh, I don't have Bernheim though.
No.
And I don't have normal Larceny either. That's a good video. I only have Larceny cast strength or barrel strength Larceny, and I don't have Bernheim. But that's actually a good video idea. Yeah, I remember really liking the normal Larceny, but Whiskey and Sensor said it's a shelfer.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd have it on the shelf for sure. Art American is coming out with a limited release finish in mezcal. Oh, yes. Non-tequila mezcal barrels. So it must be aged in mezcal, which are a bit divisive in the agave spirits world. There's non-tequila mezcal. I mean, I know what mezcal is, right? It's like the smokier tequila. It's not tequila, but it's like kind of like the rye to bourbon is like tequila to mezcal, I feel like.
Is it though?
Well, it's made of agave, so it's like the same ingredients,
Sure.
but different.
And what's the difference between mezcal and tequila then?
So I'm saying, they're both agave, but one is. I don't really fucking know. I'm talking on my ass at this point.
Some kind
Cans is the tequila drinker, so he might be able to.
Yeah, you let us know the difference between
A very good tequila brand,
like plain and dumb.
Yeah, El Tesoro has a series of special releases, Reposado and Añejos, and aged in Suntory whiskey barrels, including Lafroig, Knob Creek, Booker's 30th, and Basil Hayden Toast.
Sign me up.
Interesting. I'd be there. Yeah, for sure. Way to start on Pete is Kilhoman Macchia Bay. I'll get a Kilhoman Macchia Bay. In case he doesn't hate Pete, he just doesn't drink it the way I do.
I don't enjoy it.
You kind of have to be ready for it and then full dive into it in order to like it. But I didn't like Pete. Every time I drank it, I thought it wasn't for me. And then the one time it just happened to switch, I'm like, I really think I'll like Pete this time. And I tried it and I'm like, hell yeah. I was prepared for it and I was ready for it. And I moved into that category and it worked. But I have plenty. Lagavulin 16 is a very easy
I like that.
peated bottle of scotch. It's very easy to drink, especially for a beginner. And I mean, he's had that.
I like that. I like Oban. Oban's really good.
Oban is good. My road to exploring peat was Highland Park 12 and then Oban. Yeah, mine was Highland Park 12 too. Actually, that was the first peated one that I thought, and I was like, I like it. And it's hardly peated now as a peat drinker, but at the time I was like, yeah, that's fucking good.
Or get some of the other ones. Remember the other one I was?
I still have the Highland Park cask strength over there too. But no, then I had Ardbeg 10, low proof,
Yeah.
but still high peat.
That's one of his favorites.
I love an
Like
Ardbeg 10.
cheap.
Yeah. Always available.
Good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Ardbeg 10. Yes, I would be interested, and I bet Robin would be as well. Ken says tequila is a mezcal. Not a mezcal is tequila. Tequila is made from one type of agave, Blue Weber. Other non-tequila mezcals can be made out of dozens of different plant types of agave plants.
There we go. I was gonna say
All
it's
bourbon
gotta
is
be-
whiskey,
I
but
was
not all
gonna say
whiskey
it's
is bourbon.
gotta be different agave plants, I would assume.
Yeah. Tequila by regulation can only be 110 proof. Mezcal can be higher proof. Both tequila and non-tequila mezcals have specific areas of Mexico where they can be made and agave is grown, like Jalisco.
Right.
Which I only know because we have a friend who's from Jalisco. Many non-tequila mezcals are produced at small distilleries compared to tequila distilleries. I used to think all non-tequila mezcals were smoky, but learned later that that's not true. I love a good smoky mezcal, to be fair. Oban is practically no peat. Highland Park is even less. Very true. But to someone who doesn't drink peat, and like when I first had to Highland Park,
Yeah,
Well-
Oban really wasn't that much of a peat in it.
no, but it is good though, and it does have peat.
The
Just harder to recognize.
Brooklady.
Classic Lottie? Or like,
Yeah.
well, the Classic Lottie is no peat.
Oh,
Or are you
right.
talking about the Brook Lottie?
Okay, so
Heavily
yes,
peated.
that's where I was going with that. Yes, the Brooklady, Classic Lottie, the
Heavily peated?
no,
No?
not
Just
no,
Classic
I'm not talking peat anymore.
Oh.
I'm talking like not
Scotch.
peated Scotch. Love them. Like I would drink the absolute shit out of it. It's good. I like it.
I like it a lot.
The peated, on the other hand, catch me on the right day, sure. But
I've said this a million times, and I'm redundant about it, but my thing with the peated versus not peated Scotch is, if I want not peated Scotch, I would just buy a bourbon, and bourbon usually has heavier, darker, and fuller notes than a non-peated Scotch.
right,
Peated Scotch is different notes. It's more stone fruity, light fruits, pears, apples, and then stone fruits and stuff. And that is really good. But when I drink Scotch, I drink it because it's different than bourbon. And I feel like some bourbons taste like non-peated Scotch, and I feel like in America, I'll just buy the lower proof bourbon and have it taste like Scotch. You know what I mean? And it doesn't taste like Scotch. I know it. It does have the malt in the Scotch, and
right.
I do like a lot of non-peated Scotches. I do.
think non-peated Scotch tastes more like Irish whiskey.
Yes.
And I like Irish whiskey a lot, which is
Yes.
probably the reason why I like non-peated Scotch, which
I'm so excited to finish the basement and drink more whiskey because, I haven't drank the Irish whiskeys that I have, the Redbreast Cask Strength and the Powers John's Lane in a fucking minute.
so good.
And when we start having whiskey events and we can just run through blinds and shit, oh hell yeah. I'm pumped. Anyway, Ken says, and different agave plants have different flavor profiles. Right on. Our Big 10 hits you over the head, knocks you on the floor, and forces you to admit that you like peat at a knife point. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I know that Highland Park 12 and Oban is low peat, which is kind of the point. Yeah. It's like if you hated tequila and I made you drink the most tequila-tasting tequila, the earthiest, most vegetable-tasting Blanco. Yeah, that's true. You want to ease into it, right? Loch Lomond 12 has more than those. Loch Lomond is...
I feel like I've had that too.
DJ D-Rec has it at their house. I don't know if you... I mean, maybe you had it for somewhere
What
else.
was it?
But The deer.
Yeah.
It's got a deer on it.
Well, so
Or
it's
stag or whatever it
Glenfiddich.
is. Glenfiddich.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, Glenfiddich also has a deer on Glenfiddich right here.
Wasn't it a stag though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Loch Lomond.
That's all they have over there. Stag. They don't have deer. Right.
True. Loch Lomond is purple. Well, the base one is purple. Bazinga. That's Loch Lomond.
Yeah. Go back once. I think he has one of these. Maybe not. Yeah, no, I definitely bought him the cheaper one.
The red one?
No, the white one right there. Down, right there.
Loch Lomond, original single malt whiskey.
I bought him that for like I guess these two as well.
Yeah.
I bought him those. I mean, it was like I think I got it on sale. It was like $35. It was $30 or something like that. Maybe I don't think it was under 30. I mean, he said it was all right, but I'm sure, like, obviously, as every whiskey, the cheaper bottles are just fine.
Yeah.
And the higher end ones are good.
I think Derek has the 18. It's a purple one. Very good.
Right.
Ken says I had the Ardbeg. I've had Ardbeg. It was gross. I love Ardbeg. I have 5 Ardbegs and I have about 10 scotches. So figure that one out. One of the Ardbeg releases has creosote as an official tasting note, which is hilarious. I think I have one of those, actually. Creosote is a real thing. It's a roasting of barley. Literally creates a real chemical in it. There are other phenols and tar type chemical flavors as well.
Holy cow.
I know it's a real thing. The roasting of the agaves is the same thing with smoky mezcals. Interesting. Oh, hey, look, it's Joshua3255.
What a guy.
Gosh, this guy's a fucking chode. His name says, how is it going?
It's going. What have you been up to?
How's it going, Josh? Welcome to it. We're just living life over here. We just drank a bunch of fucking IPAs and now having some whiskey, and I got a race like a piss horse, so we're going to close out probably in the next 8 minutes because we've almost been on for 2 hours, which is
True.
long. Though a lot of smokiness and smoky mezcals comes from the cooking, but the smokiness from the small distillers and impact on the pit charcoal cooking of the agaves during distillation. Similar to Scotch, whereas the smokiness comes from the malting of the grain, which is basically the cooking of the grain being done by peat, allowing it to get smoky. The smokiness influence at the distillate as it comes out of the often very small stills, sometimes day pot stills or clay pot stills for ancestral style mezcals. Now, this guy's a mezcal agave tequila master. Loch Lomond is green, and then the secondary color is the purple for the 12. Okay, so 12-year-olds purple. They're white and red as well. Yeah. The original one is the least expensive bottles out there, literally $20 into. Oh, wow. That's not the one that Derek has, that's for sure. Or, well,
Right.
DJD Rack. You know a different Derek, but. All right. That being said, closing thoughts. We're going to close out of here quick. IPAs.
Hold the Mexican one.
Fuck, Chateau Bawa Brewing is going to be coming up real soon.
Don't go there. Don't go anywhere else, really.
Yeah, seriously. Just come over to Chateau Bawa and just drink all the beer you can.
Might as well.
Hazy IPAs to die for, apparently. Old Fit 7.
It's alright.
Solid bottle. Worth buying, I think. If you're a fan of just a wheated bourbon, yeah, buy it. You're not
You're
going
a
to
fan of a cool bottle.
be disappointed. Yeah, you want a nice bottle on the shelf, something fancy.
You want to tell your whole family that you have an Old Fitz without telling them which Old Fitz you have. Buy it.
That's true. So smokiness hits mezcals twice, once from the charcoal smoking on underground pits, and second from the smoky environment as the spirit comes out of the still. Oh. Malted barley is different from the cooking because there is the initial process to get it to grow a bit, and then there is a cooking of the mash to get it to ferment. Right, yes. I was talking about the initial process that grows it is where the peat flavors come from, and then Obviously, when they're cooking it to ferment, they're just mashing it like a beer, and that's just over fire. Which is not adding the smoke. Smash! All right. So that being said, it is the end of the live stream. If you guys liked it, make sure you hit the like button on your way out. And if you're not subscribed, please do so. Other people are going to be live streaming tonight. Probably 21090, maybe. Maybe my Urban Journey. The Junkies, maybe. Sugar Kitty probably knows. He always does. So he's going to put it in the chat. Part of the TGIT group. Thank God it's Tuesday. Let them think that you have 20-year plus Old Fitz decanter bottle. I mean, technically it is like a decanter. It's just not the decanter bottle. It's buried.
We both looked at this.
Yeah, it's buried. 19-year-old decanter bottle. Fuck. That thing's good. Anyway, that being said, make sure you check out all the other live streams that are going on tonight. Thank you to all the people who come out every week. Love you guys. Thank you, Casey, for being here, as always.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers, everybody, and we'll see you all in the next class.
Boom.
Wow! Wow! Okay. Bye-bye.